Hello! Welcome, y'all, to the Tales of Initiative channel. I'll be your host this evening. My name is Matt. We're kicking off the Tabletop Test Kitchen with some Flabbergasted action. But before we get into all that, we do want to shout out the wonderful sponsors of Tales of Initiative, which y'all will see running through the chat. Into the AM for graphic tees. We've got a little some affiliate links for GameStop. We have a day 20 TTRPG content and supplies link. And we've got Level 1 Gamers, merch, swag, stuff like that. Y'all, look, if you got to get your stuff, we got the places where you can get that going. So, also, we've got some spectacular shows coming up too. In addition to this one tonight, tomorrow, the Vangalia is going to be rocking and rolling. On Monday, we've got TPK, Tails Does Tales, Total Party Chaos. It's going to be a great time. And also, next Tuesday, as a part of the Tabletop Test Kitchen, of course, I'm sharing this slot with the incredible RPG mom, Rosie, and she will be running some Thirsty Sword Lesbians next week. So, y'all, there's a lot of incredible programming, so I hope y'all will stay tuned. But, well, let's get this underway. And to start things off here, let's introduce our spectacular cast, shall we? Starting off with Danny with Luna on deck. Tell us who you are, your pronouns, where people can find you, and then a little bit about your character's name, their pronouns, and a quick little blurb about them. Take it away, Danny.
Hi, it's me, Danny's Corner, and I'm taking it away. My pronouns are she, they. You like that? Do you like that? That was fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Like that. I felt a rush just now. I'm Danny. My pronouns are she, they. You can find me on Twitter at Animated Pizza and pretty much everywhere else at Danny's Corner, hence the Danny's Corner. And besides that, today I'm going to be playing a character, a funky weirdo named Wave, who uses any pronouns, and they're just here to have a good time, just here chilling, hanging out, doing literally whatever, whenever, and you know, whatever they're doing now, will they be doing it next week? Maybe not. Or maybe they will, but just in a very, very different way, because that's how they go through life, and that's how they're happy.
Excellent. Their own waves and whimsies. I dig it.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you so much for being a part of this show. Let's jump over to Luna with Caitlin on deck.
Hi, everybody. My name is Luna. My pronouns are they, she, but tonight I'm going to be playing the occultist Beryl Sullivan, whose pronouns are usually she, but when she's got a spirit that she's channeling, her pronouns may change probably to they or something like that. So I'll keep you updated on that. Beryl is a psychic medium whose goal is to become the favorite of all of the rich and famous. The only problem is, poor sweet Beryl, despite what she may believe, is not usually talking to the spirit world. Once in a while she gets it right, but for the most part, she's just not very good. So get ready for some hilarity there. And you can find me pretty much only on Blue Sky these days. You can find me under Luna Lapine there. I'm pretty easy to dig up in places. Take it away, Caitlin.
Thanks, Luna. Awesome. Hey, everybody. I'm Caitlin. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me at places like at many places on the internet via Kenny Kenney plays. Yes. I'll be playing Olivia Ollie Spinner tonight. She also uses she, her pronouns, and she is a member of the staff. Currently working as a maid, but she's worked many an odd job over the years. Really, though, Ollie is an inventor. She's often been called ahead of her time, and also a silly fool, but she prefers the former. So, That is Ollie. And yes, I guess I'm gonna then be passing it off over to Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. My pronouns are she, they. Damn. I was trying to figure out if I was gonna just announce the character or straight to how you can reach me. I don't know what
Whichever you
happened.
want.
You could find me on social media normally by Aeterno Studio. So I'm an artist. That is my art account. That's AETERNO Studio. And I'll be playing Pearl Eris. She's a well-to-do and who knows how she gets by, but she does. It's a mystery.
Oh snap. Awesome. Y'all are incredible. I'm so excited to play with y'all. My name is Matt. He, him pronouns. I'll be the GM of this game. I'll also be known as the director. And well, let's kick this thing off, shall we? As we zoom on into the nebulous realm of Peccadillo. This, of course, I do want to give a little heads up for everyone new to this system. This is, of course, Flabbergasted. It's a comedic, largely combat-less system of hilarity, hijinks, set in the 1920s in the city of Peccadillo, which is nebulously perhaps in New York, perhaps in London, in many different cities, many different places, all at the same time. And as we zoom in to this amalgamous location, well, we zoom in towards where Danny, your character, at the moment, are they in the club? Are they on their way? Where is Wave right now?
I'd like to say that Wave is probably in the club. Truth be told, wherever the club is held, they probably slept there last night.
Oh.
So they're sort of just chilling, hanging out. They're tuning a guitar for the 10th time to pass the time. Not because it needs
Nice.
more tuning, it's because when they ever tune it, they untune it so that they can tune it again.
Oh.
Because they believe that is how studying music theory works. Because they so yeah, they're sort of probably just like lounging around on a couch with a guitar that's very like flayed sort of strings.
Mhm.
But they seem pretty content. They're just sort of chilling there.
Excellent. Would you mind describing what your character looks like? What are they wearing right now?
So, Wave is a pretty tall, maybe like 6'2", sort of androgynous type looking person. They have very long wavy hair, very long. It goes to like the middle of their back. And they're wearing a sort of not a bucket hat, but I don't have the right hat. It's like I forgot what the newspaper. They're called like newsboy hats.
Oh.
That's yes, yes.
A little flat cap.
Yeah, a flat cap. The exact thing you're wearing. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. I have a lot of necklaces and bracelets on their person that sort of like jingle around a lot whenever they move. They're wearing a pink sort of blouse button up with a very loose tie, and these brown slightly puffy pants that match this that are the same color as the hat they're wearing. And yeah, she's sort of just hanging out. Occasionally, she'll like look around to see if anybody's like coming to talk to her, or if there's anything happening that she just is not paying attention to, and then she'll go back to what she was doing before.
Great. Well, let's say that perhaps someone who is not one of our player characters, but someone else who's involved in the club. Maybe someone who helps put away things comes up and says, "Wave, everything okay? Everything good?"
You know, I've been thinking. And I've been thinking real hard. Do you think we can invent a new guitar?
You know, I've been
You think-
thinking the same thing.
You have?
Yeah. I don't know where we'd start. Add strings? Take strings away?
I
No
was
strings?
I was thinking, what if we take the strings and we wrap it around the tall part, you feel me? And then I think I think that'd be a lot of work though.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, right? I can go get you some strings.
Would you wrap the strings for me?
Yeah, just tell me how to do it. And this young man, let's call him Jerome, is very excitedly going to run off with a fun task. And from there we'll pan over to Luna. Currently, where is Beryl?
So Beryl is off on a nice, comfy chaise, sitting at the edge of it and doing some kind of arcane method of tuning a theremin that involves a lot of frowning and a lot of looking down at tarot cards and pulling one and then waving her hand a little bit. She is kind of off in her own world, and she is just this little round-faced, Snow White-looking character that's completely not a self-insert because I spent the day in meetings and didn't have time to flesh out a better description for her. She is wearing just enough jewelry to make it apparent that she's into some stuff. It's all very, lots of silver, lots of things like amulets and evil eye protection and things like that. So definitely on the more occult side. And if she were wearing any more, it would be too many accessories. But she's like right on that edge there of like, okay, this is just good edgy fashion, right? And her clothing is it's a bit out of date, but in a way that you could still pass off as like, ooh, it's retro type thing. Saved it. Woo. And that is where we find dear, sweet, lovable Beryl when the curtain opens.
Excellent. I'd say that, like, as Beryl is tuning this theremin, you're gonna hear a voice. A voice, perhaps as you're tuned in, that just says, "For you."
What, spirit? Tell me. For me, what?
Just like
I'm listening.
Echoes, and then think for you.
Almost. So close. That's all right. I'll get it. I know I can do this.
And you see Jerome just kind of standing there with a puzzled look on his face.
Beryl is not even noticing. She's still staring at her cards. Flipping through them again. Suddenly she says, wait. I feel something. There's a presence. A male presence. And she notices Jerome and says, oh, hello. Could I have a chamomile tea, please?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Thank you. And goes
Of
back to her
course.
theremin.
Excellent. Now, we'll pan away from Beryl and the theremin and the cards over to Ollie. Caitlin, where is Ollie right now?
Oh, well, I think Ollie's probably hanging out in her little corner, which is kind of a mess always. Just totally loaded with a bunch of partial instruments as she's been trying to invent new ones. And I think she's taken a bit of a horn and has kind of like stuck it in her ear and was kind of listening in on what was happening with Beryl for a second because she's a bit of a snoop. So I think she was being like, is it happening? Is it happening for real? And then saw Jerome and was like, all right. And started going about what she was originally doing, which was creating a new instrument, the tubiano, where she's taken a part of a tuba and she's taken a part of of a piano and is attempting to puzzle them together so that she can play both at once. It's not going very well for her, but she's trying real hard. Yeah, and I think who you see this short, curvy woman in her later 20s in a bit of a black dress with a white collar. She's got light brown skin, a little freckling, some black hair tied up in a messy bun, topped with a worn flat cap. And she's you realize she's wearing a maid's uniform, but modifications, of course. She's got a blazer on over top, and she's got this kind of like piece of fabric she's stuck on so that you have the white of the collar from the maid's outfit and then almost a continued white shirt underneath instead of the black of the maid's outfit. And she's kind of got a little tie in there as well. A little invention of hers to make a quick outfit change when she needs to go talk with patrons and other such. So, and of course, you can't forget her glasses. She's got big round glasses on her face that, as she leans over to mess with some keys, almost slide off her nose. And yeah, that's Ollie.
Great. Well, as you're working on things, Jerome is gonna do a quick like about face. Like he's about to like sprint out with his orders intact, but he does note you hanging out in your messy corner. And Jerome thinks for a second. Should I? And he says this out loud in a way that you would very clearly be able to hear him. He says, should I tell Ollie about the other invention?
What? Come here. Jerome,
What?
come here. What are you
What?
talking about?
Oh,
No. Yeah, you're saying something about an invention. Come here.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't say, because...
No, stop the murmuring. You just get it out.
Okay, well, alright, just don't tell anyone, okay? Wave and I'm helping Wave with a new guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get strings, and we'll wrap it all the way around, but I'll admit, I don't really know how to properly execute it, but I'll do exactly what they say.
So you're getting strings, more
Yep.
guitar strings. You're wrapping them around.
Yes, around the top.
What if you get a couple different kinds of strings, and then we can see which of the strings make interesting. So like get
Yarn?
Yeah, some yarn. That would be an interesting. I think that'd make a kind of softened, dampened, twangy sound. Yeah, and then
Oh my
maybe.
gosh.
Yes, and then maybe I don't know, some fishing line. You get some of that there, and that could be really interesting texture. A little ding ding
Yeah.
ding.
That's brilliant.
You don't have to say it was from me. I was just interested to hear what was going on. So no, I don't mean to stop you in
Okay.
your endeavor. Invent away.
No, this is very inspiring. I dare say genius. So, thank you.
Dare say it again.
Genius.
Okay. Jerome, you've got this. Go find that string.
All right, we'll do. And we'll pan away from Ollie over to Pearl. Nicole, where is Pearl currently?
I think Pearl is, for whatever reason or another, just hanging out in whatever alley is near the club. Perhaps hiding,
Ooh.
perhaps waiting for someone, or perhaps just avoiding people.
Okay. Does that... I have a question for you, Nicole. Is there anyone that perhaps in your line of work you might frequently run into in this alley?
I would say yes, but I can't think of any names or anything on the spot because I didn't have time to flesh out a backstory.
No, you're good. You're good. Look, you know what? That's what we're all here for. We're here to work together. So you're gonna hear a familiar voice say, Pearl."
Yeah.
How's it going?
She's just gonna start gesturing everywhere and be like, I'm in an alley. And I'm talking to some weird man in the alley.
I get it. Been there. Can I ask what Pearl is wearing?
Pearl has like all black outfit and then like black and white. I imagine it's like one of the leather like overcoats, except it's been like painted black and white stripes.
Oh. Excellent. So, whilst you're talking to a random weird guy in the alley, you are gonna hear just like a little bit of like hurried, excited panting, which you would recognize immediately as being Jerome's, as he bursts out from the clubhouse. And as he zooms by, you will hear suddenly a little bit of a clatter as you hear just like I didn't see that trash can there.
Are you causing property damage, Jerome?
Oh, what? Is that Pearl? He's gonna poke his head out. Oh, are you doing one of your deals?
You don't know anything about my deals, Jerome.
Oh, right. I wasn't here. I didn't see anything.
Exactly.
And Jerome's gonna speed on by to get some fishing line, some yarn, chamomile tea, and well, as we pan away from Pearl in the alley with one of her contacts, I'd like to say that after just a little bit of time, once Pearl has returned, Jerome has taken just a little bit longer, to the point where everyone might be feeling a little antsy, until bursting through the door, just breathing heavy. Hey everyone, I have great news.
You got the string.
Beryl starts looking through her tarot cards. Wait, don't tell me. I've got this.
Okay.
This.
Oh, she's got it.
Yeah.
You, oh, what's this one again? You got a new cat.
How did you know? That's incredible. Wow. You're... Oh my gosh. You should sell that.
Shucks, Jerome. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but it's hard sometimes. People just don't seem to take me seriously. Do you have the kitty with you?
No, not right now, but I do have your tea.
Oh, thank you so much, Jerome. That's almost as good as a cat.
Yeah, I'll do better next time.
Oh,
Um,
you did fine, Jerome. You're too hard on yourself.
Oh, thank you. I have fishing line, yarn, and like Jerome is gonna take these out and look at Ollie for approval.
Pointing over at
Uh,
Waves. Just like, or Wave, just like, go over to the wave.
Wave. I
Mm.
thought I thought these would be a good idea.
You thought it would be a good idea.
Yeah, for the new guitar. Oh,
Come on,
thank
Jerome.
you.
We can do it together now.
Thank you. You know what? This makes me so happy. I do have something special for y'all though. While I was getting everything, and he's also gonna look over to Pearl. While I was getting everything and minding my own business. Oh yes. Oh, do you know what I'm gonna say?
No, but go on. I'm just so excited.
Oh, okay. Um, I've got an opportunity for y'all. Because I was walking around downtown and I saw that there was a new like a performance hall / restaurant that opened up, and I figured it might be a good place to perform.
Do they have private tables where I could do tarot readings?
I'm sure we could ask them. I haven't been in there yet, but I'm sure we could see.
Oh, the
Beryl,
cat is forgotten. This is great.
No, Beryl, if we're performing here, assumedly, then we need your theremin. I mean, it's the integral sound to the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Tea Kettles. That's like our core sound.
You're muted now, Pharaoh.
The spirits have taken your voice.
The spirits really.
The spirits didn't warn me about those finicky mute buttons.
Mm.
I mean, I suppose, but what about in between songs? Maybe I could just do like a mind reading act or something like that, or I could do tarot, or I could do cold readings or something.
What if we get another new song, but we make it about your readings, and then we transition into you doing readings from the audience, like
Golly Wave. Sounds like a dream come true. The spirits could help me write the lyrics even.
Yeah.
That
Yes,
would
they
be
could.
something.
You just let me know when you want those lyrics, Wave, and I'll get right on that. I'll devote an entire evening to this. I'll get some candles and I'll get my incense and I'll really focus and I'll do it. I'll do it really perfectly this time. I promise. It won't be like last time.
I believe you.
Thank you, Wave. I'm so glad we're all still friends after that.
Cost us a lot, but it's okay. We figured it out because of the spirits.
They are treacherous things sometimes. Oh, no offense. No offense. I didn't mean it that way. If anybody's here listening, they might be.
I'm sure they're not offended, Beryl. I'm sure they are just ready for your next beck and call.
Thank goodness. I appreciate you, Olivia. You really know how to calm a girl down when she needs it.
Yeah.
Speaking of becking and calling, Jerome, did you already? Are we scheduled to be there, or do we we gotta do a scheduling, or
Well, when I showed up, I showed them my T-shirt, and he'll like pull open his button-up shirt to reveal a shirt that has the acronym of your band name. So you see the letters SFTPOCTTK on there, and he says, "Yeah, I showed them how devoted I was, and so they were willing to extend an invitation to us. It looks like the line is pretty long though, so we should probably go now if we want to get in and on time and make a good impression. If you want the spot."
Oh, so I can't finish my tubiano. It would take too long. I guess I'm going. Is
Yeah.
everyone all right if we go back to the set with the chime bone? Because I don't have my new instrument yet. So, are we all right with that?
you know, what if you do the chime bone,
Mm.
but you wrap a string around it?
I've got so many new strings for you to wrap.
Around the chime or around the
The bone?
slide? Well, yes, Jerome. Thank you. Yes, the bone, the slide of the It's fine. I'm sure we can wrap some string. Maybe I can wrap some string around the spit valve and actually, like, use it so I don't have to feel the foot or anything or get that. Yes, Jerome, the yarn.
All right. And he'll. For some reason, it tickles me that as he takes the yarn out, he's not giving you it's not like all tangled in there. He's just extending it out, a la handkerchief. Here's your yarn.
Jerome, that is a mighty fine trick, and I think if we have a second intermission, that should be it. I'll just snip the end off and attempt to tie it to the spit valve to make a pulling mechanism with it.
Great. And Jerome is also going to, after a moment, after having given the yarn, the string, the tea, he's gonna sidle up next to Pearl and say, haven't seen you at all today until now.
Haven't seen much of anything today.
Oh,
until
yeah,
now.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I was wondering though if well, I've heard that the competition is pretty fierce over there, so we've got each other's back, right?
If anything happened to you, I would stop at nothing to take care of the problem.
Thank you.
But you don't know anything about that.
Right. But thank you. And with renewed vigor, with this excitement, Jerome is going to, at this point, just rebutton up his shirt to cover up the band acronym, and lead y'all out towards the club, unless there's anything you want to do en route.
I would just like to point out that on the way out, of course, Beryl, true to form, gathers up the tarot cards, gathers up the cup of tea, and tries to leave the building without her theremin.
Wave will bring it.
Thanks,
Oh.
Wade.
Wave, who is used to this.
Friendship.
Yes. Excellent.
It just means we'll have to use the triangle for things this time, but it's okay.
Great. So, en route, and as he's leading you down, you end up going into a fairly busy district. The address being 194 Market Street of Peccadillo. You go past quite a few other clubs that have quite good reputations. Various performance halls, And eventually you do note that there is a place where there's quite a lot of hubbub. There's a very long line that's stretched out the door, and Jerome is going to point, and you'll see just in a very, very stylish, curvy font, it says, "Good Impressions." And rather than the lettering being lit up, it's like the lettering is simply in black on brown wall, but there is a little bit of a spotlight underneath that shines onto it. But you will note that there does seem to be a pretty long line, and in the middle of this line, there are some familiar faces, some faces that perhaps you're not hoping to run into. Some faces that, though I will say this, you might not have seen their faces because there are 3 people. They're wearing hard hats and respirator masks. They have black shirts on and black pants. And you know this group. You know their shtick. They don't speak. Or at least that's what they're not supposed to do on stage. But they do have someone announcing for them. And of course, this group is known as the Toolman Group. And this is your rival club. The announcer is wearing a suit, a little purple button-up shirt, a pink tie, a top hat. And when he sees you, he's going to look over towards the 3, and they're going to nod. And then he is going to announce, "Hello there! It appears that our rivals, if you could call you that, have arrived." And then the crowd is like, "Oh." And then some of them are like, "What?" But this announcer says, "I represent the Toolman Group. And, well, we issue a challenge." And he points to y'all, and then he kind of looks back, waiting for y'all to respond.
Beryl is just kind of staring at them curiously. She looks at one of them and says, "Has your grandmother passed?"
And the one that you're looking at, like, points, and then you can kind of hear some murmuring. It's muffled in the respirator. Like, wait, what? How would she know? And then the other one's like, "Oh no, man. Oh, no, it's got to be a psych out technique."
Mother is very disappointed in the way that you're behaving in front of this group of lovely performers, that you should be polite to instead, because that's how she raised you. She did raise you, didn't she?
And the one that you're addressing is like, "Yeah, Graham. She's the best. How?" Could I have you do either a bravado and persuasion or a creativity and passion?
Jesus.
Okay, let's do a bravado and persuasion, I think.
Okay,
God.
sounds good.
So I've
my
got 2 in that, so I'm
God.
rolling 2d6.
Yes, 2d6. And for everyone new to the system, this is a dice pool. So when you roll the 2d6, tell me how many 5s or 6s you get, and that'll be the number of successes you have.
Oh, Lord. No whammies.
Oh,
None!
Okay.
All whammies.
So the third
On
one
brand.
the third one that had yet to speak is just like, No, it's definitely a psych out technique. I think they're just trying to put you off your game. Keep going, Clothos. And the announcer is gonna say, "All right, I see how it is. Well then, consider this a public challenge. The Toolman Group. Well, we believe that we are going to secure the role as the next headliner."
You see, Wave, I think like leans over to Pearl and says like, "What's happening?"
I think these torpedoes are thinking that they're gonna upstage us, like it's as if there's any competition here.
Oh, they're being serious.
It's a bunch of hooey.
Oh, I can deal with this.
I mean, I could also deal with this.
Well, you're dealing with it is scary.
Gets results. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
And Jerome's here.
Jerome doesn't see or hear or know anything.
Yes, I don't.
Good man, Jerome. Good man.
Beryl looks at Pearl and says, "But the spirits do."
The spirits can't hurt me.
Wait. No, Wave. I'm not. I'm like completely red in the face.
Oh. oh, they get into Ollie. Hold on, I'll do it. Okay. And then Wave will just start walking up to this announcer, like very straight-faced, very like just relaxed, and says like, "So you're just so we're level here. You're challenging us right now. Is that what's happening?"
Yes. We
Right.
will secure the role of the headliners. Rather than you.
Are you drunk?
Am I drunk?
Yes.
No, I'm Clothos.
I heard Clothos is drunk. Oh my goodness, Clothos is drunk.
Oh, whoa.
I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
drunk. What are you
On the
talking
street
Oh my God.
during
God.
Prohibition of all things.
Prohibition drunk.
Whoa.
Ollie, since you
Whoa.
since you started yelling that out, you wanna I'd say either culture and etiquette or maybe wit and sharp here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wit and sharp because my culture and etiquette bad.
Right.
Oh God, it's all failures. I had 4 dice and they were all failures.
Guys, we gotta step it up.
I'm causing a scandal, everybody. I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
Any scene cues you want to throw in?
Great
Salvage?
ask.
Yeah.
Let's see.
While y'all take a look, let me explain to the audience what scene cues are all about. And oh my gosh, Grumpimus Prime with the gift subs, you're incredible. Holy
thank
crap,
you.
you're wonderful. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So scene cues are essentially our characters' superpowers. In effect, you can think of them as like special abilities that our characters can call upon to handle a situation where perhaps the dice may have failed them. So, Ollie.
I do
you
have a
have
scene
something?
cue that's perfect for this. I'm gonna use
Okay.
unseen and unnoticed as I try to fade in the background and hope that they think somebody else is starting this rumor and not us.
Okay.
So unseen and unnoticed, you know that most residents don't pay you much attention. You can quickly blend into your surroundings and move about while avoiding detection. So it's a little bit of a stretch around,
Okay.
but
Great. So, what's gonna happen here is that, well, your rivals, they're they're like, wait, what's going on? But then the crowd is like starting to look around and trying to see like who would have the audacity. But with your unseen and unnoticed, you're able to slip amongst the crowd in a way which allows you to, rather than going down the block to the end of the line, you're gonna get a chance to slip in, so you're able to get in around, maybe a little bit ahead even of the Toolman group. But they, like, Clothos as well as the crew are looking around, and it looks like he's about to like try to pin this on you, but when he points, there's no one there anymore. He says, "Of course they would run." And then at the moment, you're a little further ahead in line. You don't have to worry about them, but you do know you have some competition right now. Now, the line does progress fairly quickly. It looks like it's quite the well-oiled machine as far as the bouncer, the host, and everyone are concerned. But when you get to the front, the bouncer will take the little flyer from Jerome and say, "They better be as good as you said, kid." And Jerome's like, "Yeah, they're the best act in all of Peccadillo. I dare say the world." And you're able to go in, enter, and you see the place is already bustling. There are so many people here. There is a long counter where drinks are being served. There are quite a few tables at which people are enjoying their foods, perhaps enjoying a nice little festive date night, or even some that are seated at tables around a large stage. There is a group that is on the stage at the moment. There are hors d'oeuvres being served, but you could sit down at a table and order if you wanted to. But at the moment, you have free reign as far as where you want to go in a performance hall / restaurant, and what you want to do. So, what are y'all thinking?
I think it's fairly obvious what Pearl's gonna try and do. He's gonna sneak away to a bar real quick, just disappear for a little bit.
Okay. Pearl sneak off and disappear. Okay.
As a silly, can I say, Pearl, as you get there, or like to sneak away, you like sit down and you to the side, you and Wave is just there.
I'm okay with this.
Excellent. So it sounds like we'll have a little Pearl and Wave tag team action here. How about well, the rest of our party? Where would y'all like to go? What would y'all like to do to potentially secure a headlining spot at this club?
Well, I think Beryl, we really got to bring our A game. So I think, your theremin feels crucial, but also should we try this whole act thing where you do the reading mid act? Do you think you got it in you?
I'm ready.
Okay. So in the event that you don't get visited by spirits, just in the event, what might it feel like? What things could happen if there were spirits around that one could maybe fabricate, in the event that there are no spirits that show up.
Gosh, I've never had that happen before, and now you're really asking the hard questions.
Yes, I know. It's very difficult.
Why would someone fabricate this,
Y-
though?
It's really just thoughts in my head. I'm just thinking through possibilities of judging our act.
Okay. Oh, I think I see what's going on here, Olivia. I think I know what you're trying to tell me.
Mm.
And Beryl very gently puts a hand on Olivia's shoulder and says, "It's okay to be afraid. I get stage fright too sometimes. But I know that my spirits will never let me down. And I know, Olivia, that you're just so darn smart and inventive. I know you'll come up with something. But, I mean, okay, I'll play along." And Beryl is quite satisfied with herself that she's, playing along with this whole thing. And poor sweet Beryl. She says, "Well, I suppose sometimes tables will lift up and make rapping noises. When the spirits are answering questions, it's one knock for yes and two knocks for no. Or maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We can worry about that detail later. Or sometimes ectoplasm shows up and it's like bubble bath. Yeah, just like bubble bath. And sometimes it just shows up like all over my clothes and all over the table and all over everyone else at the table. And it's actually kind of a complicated cleanup. I don't think we should aim for that one, if the spirits don't show up.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
But does that help? Do you feel better now, Olivia?
Yes, I think that's very, very helpful, Beryl. Thank you so much. Now the ectoplasm, is that something where, like, when it's happened to you in the past, where people has that been the thing where people are like most, oh gosh, the spirits are here, or is that like a little too troublesome for the effort?
Honestly, I think they're just annoyed because it's really a pain to get off of your clothes. Kind of leaves a film.
Yes, that does sound unappealing.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it is pretty impressive.
If in a pinch, we can deal with that. Beryl, thank you. I think now, before we start, you maybe start priming the audience. You maybe do some readings and let them know about your gifts.
I can do that, and Beryl wields the tarot cards like a weapon and walks over, pulls out a chair, stands on it, and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the restaurant this evening." Olivia, what's the name of the restaurant?
This is it's looking to Jerome. It is I had
Good
the name.
impressions.
Good. Thank you. Good impressions.
Good impressions. You'll never find a better impression with the seventh daughter of a seventh daughter. The seventh wonder of the world, Beryl Sullivan, is here to read your fortunes, tell your future, maybe even help you solve the problems of your past. Step right up. Don't miss your opportunity. I'm ready, and the spirits are waiting.
Why don't you give me a little bravado and persuasion here?
Okay.
Yeah.
No whammies. Please, just this once. Nope, 1 and a 2.
Gang.
Right on.
Okay. A 1 and a 2. Okay, so
A 1
in
and a
this
2
case,
and
the crowd is silent.
Oh god.
They had like a little band that was on stage providing just ambient music, but they fall completely silent. And you're going to hear a little clapping sound. Just a soft, slow clap. And when you look over there, you'll see who it is when we come back from a break. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Y'all have been wonderful. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank y'all for being here. And we'll see if our players, our characters, are able to secure the headlining act or not when we come back. See you in a little bit. Bye. y'all. Welcome back to the Tales of Initiative channel. We are rocking with some tabletop test kitchen, specifically Flabbergasted this evening. I have my incredible cast here. They are currently in the process of, trying to make a name for themselves at this new club known as Good Impressions. And they have made quite the impression already, as, well, we did see Pearl and Wave make their way over, have a little seat, perhaps surveying the location whilst, oh my goodness, Beryl and Olivia have gone over to get everyone's attention, calling to try to perhaps inspire the audience to get on their side. And at the moment, it's dead silent. The ambient band has stopped playing as well, and it is broken by some slow clapping. But at this point, is there anything that y'all want to do before things happen?
Oh God.
Beryl very nervously hops down off of the chair and looks a bit concerned.
Great. How about Ollie?
I think Ollie is feeling. So in Ollie's head, she was like, Beryl's gonna go around and do small readings at individual tables, and it'll be lovely and like a slow kind of like pre-show vibing. And then this happened, and Ollie just went straight, like, just deep red across the face. And I think in the silence, and then with Beryl getting down, the heat changes from like, oh God, this was not my plan or my thoughts here, to, oh Beryl, I put you in that position and I feel so bad. I don't know. I'm looking at my scene cues to see if there's
Hey,
anything I can.
Don't worry about it. You
Yeah.
have time to think. I want to go over because Pearl and Wave, both of you would have witnessed this from perhaps a more comfortable position. What is going through y'all's heads right now?
Pearl is thinking that she needs a drink before she decides to get involved in this.
Okay.
Until
Great.
that time, she's just gonna disconnect.
Okay.
I think Wave is like the second like everything went dead silent. Wave, I really like paused and like looked around. I was sort of like, uh-oh. What is this? I would like look over, probably just as Pearl is getting down off the table, and it just says like, So I turn back around. I would be like, that was probably like a real calculated plan that just happened.
What plan?
Huh? Like that's like an attention grabbing plan. Like you get everyone's attention and they all go silent because they're so awestruck by you. That's what Beryl does. Beryl's real awe-striking person, you know. So
She definitely strikes.
yeah. Awe. That's why I
Often
say awe.
out. Yes.
Excellent. Well, now that we know what's going on in y'all's heads, let me reveal who is slow clapping. Because, of course, you see wearing the top hat and a little suit, pink tie, Clothos, as he says, great show. Perhaps we should leave the performing to the professionals, and he gestures towards the Toolman group.
I like lean back over to Pearl and I say, okay, you know when I said you didn't have to do what you were gonna do? When you said you could deal with it, and I said, you don't have to, I could deal with it. In like maybe 10 minutes, we could take him out back and we could.
Say no more. Yeah, you know.
You wanted
Barrels-
a drink, right?
That
Beryl
drink,
somehow is actually picking up on this plan and thinks she might know what they're talking about
Yeah, y'all have
And-
worked together for a while.
and is very concerned because, again, Beryl remembers the last incident that was also Beryl's fault and also ended in someone's kneecaps becoming purely decorative.
Jerome rubs his kneecaps.
Aw. Beryl looks from band member to band member and says, if you'll just give me one more chance. And she kind of looks over at Klothos and says, hey, we haven't even gotten a chance to do our performance yet. That was just the intro. You sit down, buddy. And for Beryl, this is a big deal, right? And I am going to use scene cue.
Let's go!
Yeah.
I am going to use Mysterious Entertainer. Pick an
no
otherworldly
whammies,
skill,
no whammies.
one that is linked to the occult that you are very proficient in. You give a mesmerizing performance using this skill, and, dear director, this requires us to go to the influence table.
Let's
Dun, dun,
go.
dun.
Okay, fantastic. In that case, y'all, this is one of the new archetypes in the mystified expansion of Flabbergasted, the occultist, who, upon using certain abilities, will perhaps get a little nudge, get a little bit of a little bit of supernatural influence from somewhere, from somewhen, as they succeed in whatever they're aiming for. So, you wanna give me a little roly roll?
All right, I am, by the way, just for clarity, I'm using a D20 here. There are only
Fantastic.
14 options because I
Yes.
didn't have a D14 handy.
Sounds
Imagine
good.
that. So if I get something that's not on the table, I'll re-roll.
Right.
And I got a 4.
Oh, okay. Great. Excellent.
Interesting. Would you like to read the number 4, or shall I read the number 4?
Why don't you read it for
Okay.
me?
When around you suddenly smells of lavender or rotten fish. Lavender if the person is trustworthy, rotten fish if they're not. The director will let you know what you smell.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, first off, I will tell you with absolute certainty, Klothos smells of rotten fish.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I do want to ask Ollie, what do you think Ollie smells of right now, Caitlin?
Oh gosh. The parameters were what again?
Trustworthy or
Trust.
not?
Ah, okay. I think in general an aura of lavender with a slight undertone of like a tuna that's been baking in the sun a little too long.
Oh no.
Just
Horrid.
and not
Horrid.
like just for the little scheming that we were doing that Beryl was not scheming with me with, but that's the vibe.
Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, from now on when you interact with anybody, please let me know. Prompt me because I might forget to let you know if they're fish or flower. So at the
Okay.
moment, you your goal was to get a chance to perform before being judged, right?
Yes, we wanted our chance to, basically, since trying to do it the non-spirit world way didn't work, I am about to channel Morag, my spirit guide, to get real up in here.
Okay.
My tarot cards. I've had this all set up, and I'd like to point out that also, since Beryl is standing like right next to Olivia, basically, as Beryl gets down off of the chair, and she's made this stand, finger pointing and everything, righteous indignation at Clothos. Once the scents start wafting in, she gets a waft from Olivia, and she just kind of looks at her and goes, "Oh no, not you," and looks very disappointed.
Aww.
So I am going to use my tarot cards here. It's gonna be like some kind of 1920s version Yu-Gi-Oh transformation
Yeah.
sequence here, right? With like
Yes.
the tarot cards, hand up in the air, pose,
Let's go.
pushing the glasses up with the middle finger and everything.
Incredible.
Looking for that blue-eyed white dragon, right? And Beryl pulls out a card.
What are the cards?
Spirits, Morag, come to me right now. I need your guidance for us to do this amazing thing that we're about to do. And of course, Beryl is a little nervous. You can maybe hear her voice shaking if you're listening closely enough that, connecting with the spirit world. Now she's
Yeah.
smelling rotten fish everywhere. It does have its
Okay.
downsides.
Yes.
We're just hoping that's the worst it gets. And Beryl looks at Wave and says, "Friend, go to the audience and find me someone whose mother's name starts with F."
Bet. And then they just get up and they just do it. They just very casually, like they were about to take a sip of like a drink, and then they like, stop. Bet. And they go walk around.
Okay. How does I want to ask Wave,
Uh-huh.
how do you choose someone?
Uh-huh. So, I I also have a scene cue.
Oh my gosh! Okay, let's go. Do it.
That it's we're using it in a weird way, but
Okay.
it's called Wanderer, and it's that I find that the best thing to do when I'm at a loss is to let myself wander and follow my artistic soul, and somehow I end up at the exact place I need to be.
Oh my gosh. That's
Um,
perfect.
So, Wave truly just gets up, takes a deep breath, and like their eyes half closed, and they just start walking until they bump into someone that they know is the right person.
Okay. So you're going to wander and like eyes closed, you're gonna start, interestingly enough, you're Barrel's not the only one who's gonna smell fish, because Wave is gonna head into the kitchen. Past and I would say in the outdoor, you start to smell fish. You start to smell all sorts of fragrant aromas until you reach someone who says, "What are you doing in here?" And as your eyes open, you will see a woman with short brown hair. She's wearing a white chef jacket as well as a tall white hat. She's got her hands on her hips.
Wave just sort of like leans closer to her You're perfect.
Oh, thank you. Um,
Can you follow me, please?
and you know, like, there's a little bit of like, there's a furrowed brow, but you're perfect. Sends like a little wave that seems to loosen up the knot in her face. Maybe someone who doesn't receive a lot of compliments that often. Maybe someone who has had to deal with a lot of exacting standards. Of course, you're a head chef. You have to be perfect. And this is the first time anyone has said you're perfect. And she will follow you.
I just take her hand and I lead her to my dear friend, Beryl. uh,
Beryl at this point is just sort of, I guess, in the middle of the crowd in the restaurant. Hasn't even bothered to like go to the stage or anything. We're doing a floor show, baby.
Ooh,
Like this is how we
yeah.
do it, right? And you're not quite sure if Beryl is just standing on her tiptoes or is actually freaking levitating at this point. Her eyes are closed, her head is back. She's picking up signals from the spirit world. And she looks at everyone as Wave walks up with this head chef and says, "My friends, I must depart for a moment, and I must allow my spirit guide Morag to deliver this message from the other side to this wonderful, dear, sweet chef." And all of a sudden, Beryl stiffens. And it's very dramatic, very over the top. And she starts speaking with a slightly different voice and says, "Child, come to me. Your mother, Francisca, has a message for you from the grave."
What? Mom?
"Child, it has taken me 20 years since my passing to come to you and tell you this. I was too hard on you when I was alive, while you were working so hard to take care of your brothers and sisters, learning the art of cooking that you carried with you into your adult life. And now look at you, my child, working in this top-tier restaurant. For what? No appreciation. I should have given you that appreciation. Child, I know your insecurities stay with you, and I'm sorry. You were a wonderful child and a wonderful cook. And before I pass on to the other side and go to paradise, I want to tell you, I love you."
And you see, like, at this point, tears are starting to stream out of her eyes. When she approached, you had smelt the smell of lavender, and it's starting to amplify, intensify, to a point of being as though you were in a garden. But she says, "I love you, Mom. I appreciate you. I've been doing this all because of you, and it means the world to hear that from you."
Beryl tenses again, and then falls forward, and then back up. Looks a little confused. Excuse me. That is a lovely perfume you are wearing, by the way. Also, one last thing, before your mother went on, crossed over, and she shuffles through her deck, and she pulls a card out, and she says, "Your sous chef is stealing spices." And then sits down, and Beryl looks very pleased with herself because Beryl knows. Beryl knows.
I'll take care of it. Thank you so. And at this point, the crowd with seeing that this is accurate, this is true, they're starting to clap. They're starting to get into it. And amidst this, I'm gonna pop over to Pearl. Pearl, you just saw Barrel unleash the beast here. And of course, Wave be able to secure the chef for this act. What would you like to do at this point? I'd say that you would have had the opportunity to get a drink if you would so like a drink or a drink.
I am gonna try and find people I would deem influential in this building.
Oh, okay. All right, all right. In this case, I would like you to either roll a culture and etiquette, or perhaps a little wit and sharp, because this gathering being fairly upper crust, fairly high class, you might have to see through the disguises.
We have to get one success. We gotta get somebody has to get a success.
I believe in
I-
you.
I only have one die in either of those.
And it's gonna be a success though.
Or is
Well-
it fell off?
Well, but now though. Oh, why would you do that?
I would like to do a scene cue.
Thank you. Let's go. Excellent. Excellent.
You don't want to know what you don't want to know what it was.
This team was held together by
Um,
tape and dreams. Because that's not success.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do VIP.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
You're well known around town and tend to get recognized or often run into old friends. You can usually find a familiar face or someone eager to schmooze with you wherever you are. Exclusive places will also extend invitations to you.
Okay. Okay. All right. In this case, after having had a drink, or a drink, you're going to see the bartender move up to you and say, I didn't realize that I was serving such an important person. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry for the ruckus that is being caused in such a fine, brand new establishment.
Hey, I will say this is one of the more entertaining grand openings I've been to.
You've been to a lot.
Well, a man of my particular skills. You find a place wherever you go. Is there anything I can do for you?
What kind of skills is it that you have?
Oh, well. I will assure you that if it comes to any sort of result, I can usually mix up the right kind of cocktail.
Interesting. How'd you get here?
Literally?
Well, I mean, how'd you land an opening night in such a brand new area? I had no idea this place was even opening.
Well, I've got my finger on the pulse, and I heard that there was a certain starlet that was sneaking in here.
A starlet, you say?
Yeah, and I'm a big fan, so I thought I'd pop in
Well, here's to a good night. And many more to come.
Yes, indeed. Is there anything in particular, since you did use a scene cue, is there anything in particular that you would want this bartender to do for you?
Ooh. Anything in particular I want.
Yeah. Whether it's information or a task to be carried out.
I'd say a task. I got a task. I got a couple of tasks that I would like to not be there.
So what you thinking?
I'm gonna see if I can proposition him to get some people kicked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
I got money to spend, and I don't care about a reputation, so whatever it takes.
How much money?
How much money? All of the
Yeah.
money? I'm talking 60 readies.
60 readies, I can get rid of 3 people for you. Just name them.
Name them. I have the opportunity to do something so funny.
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Yes.
I need to flip my coin to help me decide if I'm gonna do the funny thing or the better thing for the story.
I mean, this is a funny system, so.
So, okay, fine. We'll do the funny thing. That I think would be funny. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna think so in a minute. I'm gonna give them the names of my fellow band members.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Dang.
Great.
To be
Great.
fair, we earned that.
Yeah. That's fair.
You're not wrong.
What if they just jump on a table and then steal a chef?
Gave
Okay.
the chef back.
All right. The bartender will nod after receiving the names, and he'll say, "Yeah, I'll find some opportunities." Oh, my apologies. That's my usual cat feeding one, but I fed her a little early. But yeah, he'll nod, and he'll pick his spots. But with that order,
Oh, God.
I'm gonna jump over to Ollie. So you've seen quite a transformation in the vibe from awkward silence into stunning revelations with the work of Barrel and Wave. What would you like to do?
I think Ollie, like, through the progression of that, like, went from what is happening to, like, oh God, if this fails again, this is gonna be even worse, to, oh, what, to, oh my God, I wish my mother would have told me this.
Oh.
So I think she's in this state of, like, tears have silently come down her face. And I think she goes over to Beryl and just kind of reaches a hand out, but doesn't put it on Beryl's shoulder yet. Like she's afraid to fully, like, take her shoulder. Not fear from the occult happenings, but just from having, like, kind of instigated this to begin with. And goes, you know, I had been talking to you before about, you know, what might happen during one of your what do you call that? What just happened?
A channeling. And Beryl is looking like the cat that ate the canary right now.
Yeah, during your channeling, and yeah, I don't think we need any of that because you were amazing, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Um, and I think the scent moves from fishiness to like the lavender scent again of like
Yes.
I shouldn't have tried to, you know, catch you up in these, you know, my mind's always going what are backup plans, what are other options, but uh sometimes I think you just need to believe in yourself and do what you plan on doing. So I thank you for showing me that.
It's okay, Olivia. You don't have anything to apologize to me for. And, you know, Beryl is getting the whiff of the lavender and understands that she's being completely honest. And so, you know, it's not such a bad idea to have backup plans. Like, I mean, just because it's never happened before doesn't mean that I couldn't be maybe wrong at some point in the future. So it's good to know that you've got my back for me. It's good that we're friends. And I just want you to know that I'm here for you too, no matter what. So if I can ever jump up on a table and cause a scene for you again, I promise all you gotta do is ask, buddy.
Thank you. Hopefully we won't have to do that again, except unless it's part of our act, which, you know, I don't know if we've got an exact plan. I mean, that was really amazing, and I'm sure they're going to expect our musical number to be just as fantastic. So, I don't know if we have any particular. Have you seen Pearl and Wave since we, you know, since the moment? Because I feel like maybe we should be prepping. I don't know. I'm getting in my head again. Sorry.
No, okay. I forgot about the musical number. And Beryl's looking around, and I would assume that the bar is probably in line of sight, and Beryl would be able to see Pearl and Wave over there.
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
say I don't know where Wave is at the moment.
Okay.
Danny, it's up to you because you brought Chef over, but you could have stayed here, gone back, or gone somewhere else. Danny, what would you think?
Wave would have gone somewhere else, but with the chef to talk to them longer.
Okay.
Not let them go back to work. They're just like...
Emotional damage.
That's fair. I like it.
Yes.
Okay, so Wave is somewhere else. But
Okay.
you know where Pearl is.
Okay. So in that case, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna see Pearl, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, there she is," and just start kind of, you know, walking over to her. And what I want to know is, as Beryl is getting closer, Pearl, would I be smelling lavender or fish? I'm not gonna make assumptions about your plot here.
I'm gonna say it's extremely strong senses of both.
Okay.
Just
Oh.
absolute potency over here.
Okay, so Beryl is becoming more confused than usual the more that, you know, the closer she gets here. Okay.
Are you okay, Beryl? Your
Yeah.
face is it's a little you're a little scrunched up.
Well, I don't know if you'd believe me if I told you, but I can smell when people are telling the truth or not. And you smell nice, but I think something might be going on with Pearl right now.
Well, I think something's always a little going on with Pearl at most times.
Fair.
But maybe we figure out what her plan is, and we should all make a plan, and maybe we like try to talk with I don't know, the person who's supposed to be picking, the act and figure out what they really like, and maybe we can here I am in the works again thinking through. Anyway, Pearl.
I'm just gonna. Oh hey. Have you ladies been?
Oh, good. I'll speak for myself. I'm fine. I'm good. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. You guys drew a lot of good attention.
Right. So, Pearl, you should know how should we capitalize on it?
Um. Hmm. Well, here's the thing. I may or may not be a businesswoman who knows by today's standards anymore, but there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Hmm.
And I would just like you to keep that in mind.
Okay. Are you saying that what just happened? Because I thought what just happened was like really good.
Yeah, that was
Good
real. I mean, I thought
publicity.
at the beginning it was gonna be like
Yeah.
horrible, so I I wasn't gonna join the scene or anything when we still had a chance, and so. But then you
Yeah.
guys took care of it.
Barrel
it's good.
turned it around. Yeah, totally. And I feel like where's Wave?
Speaking of Wave,
Oh.
I'm gonna pan over there real quick. Wave,
Mhm.
you're with the chef.
Uh-huh. I imagine I've taken the ship to like another group of like random people. I've just somehow gotten into a conversation with them while I'm like still like holding her hand. I forced her to take a break. And I'm just like standing there. So very like laid back. Just yeah, I heard the Toolman group actually like they don't actually use tools. Did you know that? Like it's really weird. Like they have the construction stuff, but they got it from like a corner shop somewhere. I heard they didn't even pay for it. It's really interesting.
Oh, that's not right at all.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like a business. Like maybe that's their idea. Like that's their group is like the Toolman group. But when you open the toolbox, they're a bunch of hooligans. So the hooligan group.
Yeah.
I like that.
You'd like that?
What? No, sorry. I got an idea.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I just really appreciate you coming to get me. I was confused. I'm sorry I kind of snapped at you when you entered the kitchen, but I really needed that.
I didn't even realize you snapped at me, but I'm glad you needed that. I like giving things occasionally. Actually, all the time. Do you want something?
I mean, I want the night to go well. I've painstakingly created a menu, so I'm hoping that people will enjoy the food.
What is your favorite thing that you put on the menu?
My favorite thing?
Mm.
Well, I've been experimenting a little bit with some Asian cuisines, and the mapo tofu is incredible.
Hmm. If I order it, would you have to then make it? Is that how that would work?
Yeah, no one's ordered it yet because they haven't been adventurous enough. Because there's the little chili pepper next to the name, and I think that scared people off.
Like genuinely confused for a second. Like he just looks around.
It means it's spicy.
Oh. Well, I eat spicy stuff. I ate one of those. I don't remember what it was. It was like a seed or something. No, it looked like a seed, but it was apparently really really spicy, and
Oh.
it made like my tongue red a little bit. But then, oh wait, no, that wasn't. Wait, sorry, no, that wasn't food. But I do like spicy things.
Okay. Oh, I can make you spicy food.
I would like spicy food. You said
Mapo tofu.
mapo tofu. I'd
Yeah.
love to order it and then order one for you, and then we could eat it. And yeah, is that allowed?
Yeah. It would be my pleasure. And
Cool.
she's gonna gesture you towards a seat. And uh she's gonna turn to go back towards the kitchen, but she'll pause for just a moment and say, um, my name's Mildred, by the way. It's it's so good to meet you.
Oh, Mildred's a cool name. Laggy. My name's Wave.
Wave
At least
is a
right
cool
now.
name.
Sometimes I change it. If you have any suggestions, let me know.
Oh, okay. And she's gonna like smile and then start to walk back towards the kitchen. And I'd imagine that you guys were talking in a more secluded area. She opens the door outside of like I would say more like a banquet room, and you would overhear Clothos trying to introduce the Toolmen group. Because of course y'all are battling it out, right? Going back and forth a little bit. And it does seem like the crowd is very eager, excited, because there's a battle going on. And they didn't expect this. They were just like, okay, it's a grand opening. But she's gonna go get on that order for the two of you. And as she walks by, the camera will pan back towards the rest of our party. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling?
So y'all know I'm a planner, and I'm just feeling like we're a little on the seat of our pants right now. So just you know, just to clarify something, Beryl, are you playing the theremin?
I just remembered I can play the theremin.
Fantastic, great. Pearl, what's your instrument today? Did you brought an instrument, right? Or sorry, it's hard to hear you over the bar.
The spirits.
Yeah,
The
they're back again.
spirits. I didn't bring an instrument. It's too big.
What?
Don't worry.
I can get
about
someone
what
to get
I
it for you. I can send Jerome.
Jerome's
I'll
not
go
gonna
get
make
it.
it far enough.
Yeah,
His
Jerome,
legs are too short.
go get the instrument. Get the big instrument that
I'm on
Pearl's
it.
gonna be
Jerome,
playing.
don't you
Thank you.
dare get over there.
What? I can't hear you.
Get
I'm
over
running
here.
out the
Thank you.
door.
That's
Get
right.
over
You
here.
don't ever see or hear
Jerome,
Pearl.
look at me.
Goodbye.
Look at me. Look at me.
I want both of you to do a bravado and persuasion, and
Oh,
we'll
I'm
see who
so
gets
bad
the
at
more
this.
successes.
If this is the time one of you get a success, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
What'd you do?
I got one success.
I got one success.
Oh my gosh.
That is
Sorry,
more successes
Jerome.
than any of us have rolled. So
And it's a
the
head-on-head.
champion.
Can Jerome just
So-
have like a little breakdown trying to figure out which one he's gonna listen to?
Yeah,
Just
like
psychically
I'd say
break him.
he's at the door when he's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." And then the door closes. Like you see him looking towards y'all and he's outside of the bar right now.
He's
Pearl.
like a lost puppy out there. Look what
Pearl,
you've done.
we are a band. You have to play an instrument or
I-
sing.
Just because I didn't bring an instrument, and first of all,
Nah.
no singing in this band. You know that.
Yeah, well, I was improvising.
How dare you? Second of all,
Second of all,
just because I didn't bring mine with me doesn't mean that I can't deal with that later. There's plenty of
there's no
time.
later. Pearl, there's no later. We're gonna be going up soon. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the schedule of this. Are we supposed to be talking to a stage manager? How's this working?
If they're already up there, we should have performed before them. We got in sooner.
We did
That's right.
perform.
What? Oh, Beryl. That was our pre-show, Beryl. That was our incredible pre-show.
Okay.
Yes, incredible pre-show. Could not have done this without it. But now we've got to figure out what our band is doing.
You ruined me by acting like you don't think I know people.
No, I know you know people. I know you know too many people, maybe. And now I'm confused about... What does it matter what you know people? I don't know what I'm saying anymore!
Trust the process. Enjoy the
I'm
night
so
while you
stressed!
still can.
Okay,
Look at me.
I'm looking.
You haven't seen anything. You haven't heard anything. You don't know anything.
I'm just a baby.
No, say it again. I need you to say it to me.
Oh god, I haven't seen anything, I haven't heard anything, I don't know anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kim's gonna take her glass and walk away again.
Okay.
God, that did nothing!
Great. Whilst this back and forth is happening, Beryl, what's going through your head right now? Are you staying here, or would you go do something else?
I'll tell you one thing is every so often Beryl keeps kind of leaning over and sniffing Pearl while she's there, which may or may not look horribly awkward, but
Don't
it's Beryl,
smell
so she gets
me.
away with it. Sorry. And occasionally, Beryl is shuffling through her deck, pulls out a card, nods while this exchange is happening. Okay, fine. And as Pearl walks off, Beryl is going to kind of tag along with Olivia now and tug on Olivia's sleeve and be like,
Yeah.
Olivia, I think something is off. I said it before and I'll say it again. I think she's planning something.
Well, good, because we need a plan. Somebody needs to have a plan.
I guess. And Beryl reaches in, looks at the card. It's the Empress, which is actually very appropriate for Pearl. And just kind of hands it to Olivia and says nothing, but just gives this very knowing look.
No, what's this mean? What's this mean? Why is everyone... I know nothing! God!
You know more than you think you do.
Lord help me. Wave!
And speaking of Wave, at this point, all of you en route, like the route that the chef is taking, goes by all of you as you smell the fragrant smells of Szechuan peppercorns. There's these delicate, perfectly sliced cubes of tofu, and some ground meat. There's a little mound of rice, and she's taking it over into this little banquet room, and she sets it down in front of Wave. And there are a couple servers that will follow and provide bowls, plates, knives, forks, chopsticks, however you're so Wave. Wave, what would you like to do?
I would like to underline or establish something very quickly in that Wei was completely forgotten the original reason why we came here. It's not to be known. It's left her mind completely. So
Mhm.
she's just sort of sitting there, and when she sees the food, they like generally like. We usually has like a very like neutral, like laid back expression on her face, so it's a little hard to see what they're feeling. But it does look like she like gently lights up a little bit, like you like their eyes light up a little bit at the food. And they say, oh, this smells nice. It looks nice. Probably tastes nice. Well, maybe I should wait until I'll still clap and I can do it. I'll do a clap.
Please dig in.
And Wave will probably look at the chef. What's her name? I'm so sorry, I forgot her name.
Mildred.
Mildred. Mildred, what should I use to eat? What eating thing do you think I should use?
Whatever you're most comfortable with.
I use the chopsticks. And I will eat a little piece. Not a little piece actually. I take like a big a big taste of this.
Fantastic. And it is incredible. But you know what else is also incredible? Parahelion Creative just rated us. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. We appreciate you. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing Flabbergasted. They're trying to become the headliners of this new club, possibly. We'll see how it goes. But it tastes incredible. The spice, it's got that right amount of kick that is, it's not just spice for spice's sake. It's got a little bit of a kick that enhances the flavor and makes you, it gives you a little sting that you want to keep eating alongside the rice. Everything, every element is immaculate. And you see Mildred is looking at you very expectantly for your reaction.
After the first fight, Wave just keeps eating. It's almost like Wave gets very easily distracted. We know this. But the second they eat, it looks like they get like all of their attention is absorbed into this food. That's how much they like it. So they just keep eating it until there is nothing left on this plate.
And you're going to see, like, when you finish, you're gonna see this big beaming smile on her face. And Mildred is gonna say, I wish everyone would eat like this, where they're not just eating to say they ate here. They're eating because they enjoy it.
It's entered. I like to keep lists of things sometimes, and then I forget them. But right now, this is, I think, top 3. Yeah, top 2. No, it's become top 2 for my foods. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
I like to keep lists too. And she's gonna take out just a little sheet, and you'll see that it says like VIPs, and she's like, yeah, I just had to make sure that everyone who showed up, who's who would be taken care of. But I didn't expect you, otherwise I should have put you on the list.
I love her. Okay. I know. I'm not usually a VIP person, honestly, but I don't know if I'm like VIP material. I feel like it takes a lot of fancy stuff that I don't have.
I'm sure you're VIP material. You brought me. That was your friend out there, right? Who, well, let me hear from
Beryl?
Mom again. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Barrow's real talented. Real lovely too, honestly. They're
Yeah.
part of. Yeah, we're part of this band. We're here to perform. We're here to perform.
Oh. Well, you finished the food. I'll take care of cleaning all this up. You should get out there.
Yeah, I forgot we're here to perform. How did I do that? I mean, I feel like I was trying to get you to take a break. So I feel like if I then go now, then you'd be off your break.
Hey,
I,
I don't want to stand in the way of you in a performance.
do you want to join my band? Our band. It's not my band. It's our band.
If I knew how to play any instrument, I would love to, but
You don't have to.
this is where I make my music.
I will not get in the way of that then, because you make the best music. I will get out there, because knowing Olivia, she's probably panicking a lot right now, and I should help with that. But, are you gonna keep working here? Like,
Yeah.
is it not just you work here for ever?
Yeah, I mean, unless the owner doesn't like me, but I mean, I feel like I've got a new perspective on things, and so I'd like to stay here. So if you're ever around, you should come have a meal.
Yeah, I will. I love that. I'll be back tomorrow.
Wonderful. So then, on that note, as you leave this little banquet room, that's probably when you would see, since you just mentioned her, Olivia, is standing there, chilling, to the best Ollie can.
Are you good? Are we? Wave. Hello. Hi. How are you
Hey.
doing?
Hey, I forgot we were performing here. Did I miss
Yeah.
it?
Okay. No, not at all. You're perfectly timed. We're gonna figure something out. So you've got your instrument, right? You've got your instrument. Tell me you've got your instrument.
Instrument?
Oh.
I'm kidding. I brought it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Jerome is getting pearls. And I think Beryl thinks that Pearl is up to something. And
Okay.
and I'm just like I'm trying to think of who we might talk to get a better sense of what they like at this club.
Oh, why don't we talk to like rich people? They like
Just
talking about what they like.
rich people in general. Just
I guess. Oh, there's like
I suppose-
apparently VIP people. I feel like it's gonna be their opinion that'll matter the most. So
okay. Do you know these VIP people?
I can in like a couple minutes.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you need to do to know that would be great.
Why don't we? Rich people. I guess if we go as a group, and then it'll be like a. You know, we're already making a good impression.
Hey, I saw. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
What did I do?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay. But we make a good impression with showing everybody we come together as one. Because then,
Yeah.
like, if only one of us go to talk, then it'll be like, oh yeah, they're gonna look out for that one person, and I don't want to be the one looked out for. I feel like you all sort of got that covered. You're better at being looked at.
No, sure. So we show force it. We all get together in a spot in front of all the important people,
Yeah.
and we make our case and figure out what they like,
Uh huh.
and we do a good job at that, and then we perform, and they're gonna love us, and we're gonna have a new spot.
That sounds about right. You pretty much repeated what I just said.
Yeah. That's whatever you need to do to get the. How can I assist you in getting the VIP list, or getting in front of these people?
Oh,
Whatever
the
you.
VIP. I was just gonna walk in front of fancy people and talk.
Oh, we can do that too if that was your plan. I'm
I mean,
here
no,
for
I
it.
can probably. I have a friend now who probably has a VIP list. Who actually
Oh, is-
definitely has a VIP list. She actually showed it to me. She's actually really nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Her name is Bildred. She's a chef here. You know the chef that
The
Beryl
chef
did
with
the
the
thing-
mom who,
Yeah, with them. Yeah,
yeah.
the ghost mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her name is Mildred. It's like she did a whole thing where she was like I invited her to the band, but she was like her music is like the food she cooks. She cooks really good food, and so I said,
Oh.
wow, that's actually a really beautiful way of looking at it. Maybe that's something I should think about for a very long extended period of time. And actually, I was thinking about that. I wanted to tell you I probably might not come in next week because I'm going to be spending time thinking about that. Maybe in like the forest somewhere. I feel like the woods has become like I saw it in like a paper once. They were talking about like the woods, forests, or
Wave. Yeah.
Yes.
Forest sounds great.
Uh-huh.
A VIP list?
Oh, right. What are we doing with the VIP list?
We're gonna meet. I'm just gonna start pushing in the direction of the kitchen. We're gonna meet VIPs.
Excellent. As Olivia and Wave start to head towards the kitchen, Beryl and Pearl, what are you two doing?
Oh.
Beryl is now just eyes on Pearl, going through the tarot cards, doing a spread on the table, looking at them, and then trying to remember what they all mean. But then figuring something out and just like keeping an eye. Keeping an eye.
Okay.
Pearl is gonna look for VIP section and try and smooch her way in.
Okay. In that case, two things. First off, Beryl, as you're looking through your cards, keeping an eye, you would smell a very powerful smell of lavender walk behind you. And Pearl, I want you to give me a culture and etiquette roll. And depending on the results of this roll, I might have someone for you to run into.
That's a 5, baby.
Nice.
That's a success.
One success?
Yes. I only
Okay.
have 1 dice.
Oh, snap. Okay. Great. So, Beryl, you smelled the strong smell of lavender. What do you do?
Beryl pauses, hand hovering over the spread with a card in it, flips it over. Justice. And between that and the smell, Beryl's suddenly looking a lot happier.
Oh. Nice. Is there anything you would like to do, or any place you'd like to go?
I suppose while we're waiting for whatever nefarious plot is about to happen to take effect, Beryl's feeling pretty satisfied that, everything's being handled right now. Everything's being married. Wow. Managed. It's late. I blew off my spouse this afternoon so that I could play a TTRPG.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally fine. He's used to it by now. Marriaged. So Beryl is going to take her cards and start walking through the crowd, and having done her performance, seeing if she can bank on that to
Right.
get her name out there, do some readings at the tables like poor Olivia was hoping she would do earlier in the evening.
Okay. Why don't you roll a die 6?
Okay.
This isn't a matter of success or fail. It's just that if you get a 5, you end up where Pearl ends up.
Okay. Just one?
Yes.
Okay.
Essentially, this is who you run into.
I got a 1.
Okay. So you run into there is a woman sitting alone. Long, light brown hair, eyes covered with sunglasses. When you get closer, you smell lavender, but you also smell a faint hint of rotting fish. And it's like when you get closer, it seems like when she looks at you, um she hurriedly looks away from you, and when she does that, the rotting fish smell goes up a little bit. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to consider how you want to make your approach, and I'm going to set the scene for Pearl. Pearl's 5, the success on culture and etiquette. Pearl, you see someone who stands out a lot. This guy looks kind of shabby. He's got a tank top on. Sweat is drenching his back. There are gloves, work gloves in his back pocket. It looks like a lot of people are giving him some distance, to the point where you hear someone say, they just let anybody in here. But he's very confident. He's sitting there, and maybe enjoying a little bit of gumbo. So I'll let you chew on that for a moment while I go over to Beryl. What would you like to do?
Beryl walks over to where this person is sitting and just sits in the chair across from them. Puts the deck down. Looks very thoughtful, which for Beryl is mustering up every ounce here of brain power. And she sniffs again. Do you know Pearl?
I don't. Or I mean, I know of pearls. But I mean, if that's a person, I don't know someone named Pearl.
Well,
And lavender when she says this.
okay. Okay. I was gonna say, between the lavender and the fact that poor Beryl is gullible flaw, Beryl's just like narrows the eyes for a minute and then goes, okay, would you like a reading?
And you would detect a feeling of like, of rotting fish as she says, "No, I shouldn't."
I think Beryl kind of understands the link between those two things. Like, I think she smells fish, she hears the thing. I think Beryl understands. And Beryl says, I'll tell you what. I will pull one card for you completely free of charge. But if you ever need lottery numbers, you come back and you see Beryl Sullivan. Promise?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever need lottery numbers, though. And when she says that, the lavender is overwhelming.
Beryl just kind of goes, "Ew," and pulls a card.
Uh-huh.
Not that one. I stacked my deck earlier, my bad. Pulls a card. The High Priestess. It's an interesting card, you know?
Oh?
Yes, the High Priestess is someone who's very in tune with things. The High Priestess also is like the queen of her own domain.
No, absolutely not. And as she's saying that, the rotting fish is overwhelming.
And Beryl low-key kind of loves it when this happens, because then Beryl doesn't get taken advantage of, because she knows when people are lying whenever this weird smelly thing happens. And she's like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the spirits are never wrong.
Oh, could it? And she's gonna like lean in and say, "Please, I would get in so much trouble if they found out I was here."
Well, are they? I have a friend who can beat them up if somebody's bothering you. I don't like to
No.
let her do it, but sometimes.
I don't know. I don't want them beaten up. They take care of me. I just don't get a lot of freedom. So,
I know how that goes. I didn't either when I was little, and I like to study up on all this occult stuff. Everyone thought I was kind of weird, and people didn't really like me doing it in my family, but I used to sneak out all the time, and I used to climb the tree and sit in this tree in our backyard. And I would read books about ghosts and fortune telling and tarot cards and everything, and that's how I learned to do this. I fell out of the tree once, hit my head. I was okay though, I walked it off, but I don't know.
I'm
I don't
so
think that's
jealous.
related to anything.
I'm jealous. I wish I could fall out of a tree.
I don't recommend it. It kind of hurts. My knee got banged up pretty bad.
Yeah, I just haven't had the chance to do a lot of things.
And Beryl stops for a moment. Really thinks the hamster's running on that wheel. Running on that wheel. And she says, my friends and I, we do lots of stuff, and we're always looking to meet new people. Do you want to meet my friends? Maybe we can find something for you to do. And Beryl looks very serious. We're very good at being discreet. Earlier notwithstanding, or the time before that we shall not mention.
You want to give me a bravado and persuasion?
Okay. Minding myself, that is 2d6. 1 and a 3. Darn it.
Oh.
Well, can I use a scene cue? Can I
Yes.
re-roll it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, whichever. Just let me know what scene cue you're gonna use, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I am going to use Friends on the Other Side, which is when you're down on your luck, you ask for help from an unearthly source, you automatically succeed on a failed roll of your choice. Describe how you were
Oh.
helped.
Excellent. Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Oh, and this is another roll for influence.
Oh, great. Give me
So-
that influence roll.
2 in 1. 2 in
Oh
1.
my gosh.
All
Do
right.
these stack?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they keep
Man.
going as many
Really?
times as you do it. I got an 11.
Brings so much joy.
Oh
What is
god.
an 11?
Oh,
Oh god.
I'll read this one so you can say what it is. But on an 11, you burst out your deepest darkest desire immediately.
Okay. And Beryl gets a funny look on her face. And she says, I want to do vocals in the band. I don't even like playing the theremin. And then kind of slinks down in her booth, in her chair, and looks at the other person. Sorry, that happens sometimes.
No,
It
it's
happened
okay.
last time too.
I get it. I get it. And she considers for a moment and she says, "You know what? I will come with you. I'd love to meet your friends."
Yay! And Beryl just kind of grabs her tarot cards and looks very proud of herself and starts heading back over towards the group with this person in tow.
Excellent. Now, as you're leading this person, I'm gonna jump over to Pearl. Pearl, you see this sweaty guy in a tank top sitting alone. People kind of talking trash on him. What do you want to do?
Ooh, I'm debating if I want to square up on them.
Damn.
Uh,
Damn.
hold on. Caitlin, can you call heads or tails?
Oh my gosh.
Me call it out.
Yes, call it out, heads or tails.
Oh, tails!
Ooh, that's heads.
Ah!
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Okay.
screw up on them. I'm just gonna slide my way into a chair either next to him or like across, so I'm facing him or something.
Hey.
Hey.
You want some?
See, offering the gumbo?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm taking some. You'd be like, thank you.
Yeah.
I would love some. So you come here often?
This is the grand opening, so first
So
time.
you've been here 100% of the time it's been open.
That's a great way of looking at it.
Isn't it? How'd you hear about this place?
Some friends of mine were saying this was the new hot place in town. So I thought, I worked up a sweat. I should probably, get a little grub.
Yeah. It's always nice. Get a little social. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Right.
Or what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Literally anything could happen at any moment right now.
Are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting?
I'm trying to read this guy so hard right now.
Okay.
Sharing gumbo with this sweaty man that I just met.
Why don't you roll a culture and etiquette for me?
Culture and etiquette. Now that I've added the actual dice I was supposed to.
Yes.
Ooh, 2 successes, baby.
Nice.
This is unprecedented.
I mean,
This is what happens when I add my dice.
yeah, he's... I will tell you that the read on him is that, I would say that he's definitely aware of who you are. And so his coyness is a front. In like a, I'm gonna flirt with you in front of other people, but it's sort of like the little, I think of it as
it's like code.
yeah, the feelings beneath, and it's just this back and forth of, I'm in the know too.
Wonderful. Love that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it depends. What do you do for work?
I get a little sweaty sometimes. I ride bikes.
Bikes. Speaking of, oh my god, one of my friends, she's got this idea about a bike, and it's like, I've never thought of anything like that before, or I've never cared to think of anything like that before, but honestly, the more I think about it, it's like, because I don't like being out in public, I don't like dealing with people, but her idea with bikes, I can't spill all of the beans, because we're in public, who's gonna steal it?
Yeah.
But if you know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if you don't know, then maybe I'll tell you some other time.
I get it. I wouldn't want you to spill the beans either.
Yeah, it would be a
can-
shame if beans got spilled tonight.
Yeah. I can tell you that I'm interested in the beans you're offering. and I could, if I meet your friend, perhaps season those up a little bit.
Okay, hold on, wait. Back it up a little bit. Not to this friend. I have some other friends who maybe, you could help them loosen their beans, because I think holding in all all that tension, it's just not good for the body. And I think it would be, what kind of friend would I be if I let them do damage to their body like that? I need to help them.
Yeah. And at this point, I'll tell you he's on board. You're sharing some gumbo, and he would love to meet your friend. What would you like to do? Do you want to lead him to your group?
I'm gonna try and hook arms, hook elbows.
Mm-hmm.
If listen, I'm a lady after all. I cannot be seen just walking around with strange men all the time.
Right.
I gotta have someone charming, someone who knows people. And I'm gonna introduce you to my friend. I'm gonna go find Hat Man.
Tell him I say hi.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna come back to you. But, well, kitchen. We have Ollie, and we have Wave.
Yeah.
So,
Many a beans abound here.
yes. Yes.
So, you're the chef, you were saying?
Yeah, she's probably around here. I think. I would
Oh.
think.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Hi. This is my friend, Olivia.
Hi, I'm Ollie.
It's a pleasure.
Good to meet you.
I was wondering if I could ask you a question.
Yeah.
We want to do a good performance, so we sort of need to know who VIP people are, so that we could see what their ideal performance would. What kind of performance would you want us to do?
Oh. I mean, I'm in charge here, so I might be able to hear a little bit, but I think you're in the right ballpark to look for the VIP. There was one in particular that was a little picky about their food. Everyone else was chill, and it was just hey, make sure everything's good. But there was one that was that they wanted me to make sure every dish was perfect. And she's gonna take out that little slip of paper. And I mean, y'all are musicians. You would be familiar with the stars of the time, right? So you would see on the paper none other than the most famous nautical-based music megastar, Sailor Twift. With such hits as You Belong with Sea and I Know You Were Troubow.
I know. I know.
Wow. I can't believe we're in the presence of Sailor Twift. Wow.
Yeah.
I've listened to You Belong with Sea too many times to count. Too many times.
Me too, when I'm
I
coming up
sing
with new seafood dishes.
Oh, well, I sing it mostly to my cat when I'm feeding him tuna, so just Same vibe.
Yeah.
I lean closer to Mildred real quick. Is that the... Which one is that? Sailor. Which one is that?
Oh, she's super famous.
Oh.
She's blonde. She's, I mean, everyone, even if you're not into nautical themes, they just ring true. It's like a siren song.
Oh. That's this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, okay, I know who this is now.
You know,
Okay.
you're like,
Yeah.
you belong with he. You know,
Yeah.
that one, that little number.
Oh, yeah, no, no, I remember now. Oh, okay, it was, yeah. I think I have a cousin who did something with that.
Yeah, do you want to meet her?
I look at Olivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yes.
incredible. Thank you so much. But you said picky in just a food sense, or do you think that Sailor Twift might be expecting a nautical theme in the performances? 'Cause, I don't think we have any. I look to Wave, and I'm like, we don't have any nautical theme songs. I mean, your latest name, a little more fitting, but not sure that we've actually prepped any.
I tried to pitch for Coral Bob, but nobody wanted it.
Oh, you know, it was a great idea to use real coral as an instrument, but it did mess our hands up a bit too much. I think Pearl really got upset about that for a hot second. So yeah, I next time I'll make I could go get glove. I could get coral and gloves. I can get coral and gloves. I know a person. I could do that. Should we do that?
To get coral. Wait, but can you play? I mean, if you give me an hour, I could probably learn how to play the coral. Do we have an hour?
Do we have an hour?
Mildred is gonna chime in and say, "No, I think that she might think that you're chomping her bit if you do nautical-based songs. So I think if you just do what speaks to you, I think she'll love it. But if you want to meet her, I can take you to her table."
Yeah, that feels like a. Is that like that's a plan thing? Is that part of the plan?
That's. I mean, we don't have the others with us, but it'd be the two of us, and I could get autographs, and
we get the others, and then we go to her table.
We could try. You know what? Here's the plan.
Okay.
We walk out there.
Okay.
We grab the others.
Okay.
We pull them in. This lovely chef. What was your name again?
Mildred.
Mildred
Is it a nice
takes
name?
us. It's a beautiful name. Mildred takes us over to Sailor Twift, and then we connect.
Okay.
And this is the part I'm bad at. You know, I'm not the best at pitching my inventions. Well, I'm not. Right. so maybe we'll do a better job when we're there. Anyway, we do a grand job.
Yes.
Sailors into it, and then
Great.
we perform.
And
nothing bad happens in between there at all.
Okay. Okay, so when the plan fails, what do we do?
No. The plan will not fail because, and I'm going to use my scene cue. One step ahead. One step ahead.
Yes.
Which means, because I've developed such a sharp mind and keen eye, when coming up with a plan, you can closely assess it and point out any obvious shortcomings. The director will point out to you any issues with the plan.
Yes, there's one big issue.
Okay.
And that is that you don't know what one of your teammates has planned. specifically Pearl.
Yes. Now, in the using of this scene cue,
Mm-hmm.
would we say that I get the sense as I'm thinking through the plan of Barrels kind of signaling that Pearl might be doing something maybe a
Yes.
little not.
But I will tell you this, and
Mm.
here's because scene cues, they'll give you that, but they lend towards success.
Huh.
In which case, perhaps if you were to do your plan, you all know each other well enough. Pearl has probably planned something that will make it all work out.
That's right.
All you have to do is trust in Pearl.
Good
Oh,
old Pearl.
it was like I think there's this moment. This flashes all in Ollie's mind, just like the plan enacting itself, and then something Pearl's section of the plan, which is this big glaring blank spot of frightening nothingness. And she's just gonna go, I see nothing. I heard nothing. I know nothing.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go, it's gonna be great. It's gonna work out. I believe in us. We've got this.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, at this point, a lot of things are going to happen. And I'm sorry we're getting very close to time. So, let me put the pieces together. Because, Beryl, you met someone who you want to introduce to your friends. As you're leading her, you would see that Ollie and Wave are being led by the chef upstairs into like a balcony area that overlooks the stage and as well as quite a bit of the dining hall. So you're able to sort of dragonfly intercept. And as you get there, all of you would see Sailor Twift. And no one else knows that she's here outside of the staff, and they've been instructed to keep everything very hush hush. Now, with the scene cue, that you had used, Caitlin, your introduction goes really well with Sailor Twift, and it's enhanced by the fact that you, all three of you, are in the presence of royalty. Because the woman that Beryl has met is none other than a Princess Pumpernickel. And as such, as y'all converge, it's very friendly, it's very pleasant, to the point that both Sailor Twift and the princess are excited to see you perform. And as you three, perhaps at this point, it's the crowd is getting antsy. You're about to go to the stage. Well, you are grabbed and pulled away. And everyone sees this as Pearl. You've led this man in the tank top to our good friend Clothos. And, well, this man is someone who is, as you know, he knows what's up. He knows what's down. He knows all about the beans.
And he's sweaty.
Yes. Yes.
Shwitty.
And he is afforded the ability to be here because he has some notoriety. Some people just saw him as just a sweaty guy, not dressed to the nines, and so like now they look down on him. But he is in fact a higher ranking member of one of the secret societies in Peccadillo. A fairly nefarious one. And Pearl, as you lead him to the man in the hat, Clothos. Clothos is going to look a little shocked. And y'all, Pearl, you're going to see your plan being enacted as Wave and Ollie and Beryl on their way to the stage, the entire audience eagerly awaiting their music, they get pulled away. And as they're pulled away, people are booing. They're like, "Boo! What? Let them play! Let them play!" But you're being pulled out of the place, and all eyes are now in the center where Clothos and this man who's a higher ranking member of this dark secret society are. And they all look to him. And you start to hear Pearl whispers as they're like, "What? The Toolmen group? They're in cahoots with the gangs? They couldn't handle the competition and they had them take care of them? We want justice. We want music." And in one fell swoop, with Pearl's plan with the bartender, with all of y'all ingratiating these VIPs, the crowd all want your society to perform. And the Toolman group are kicked out. And on that note, that is the end of our session, y'all.
Oh
As we
my
have our
God.
new headliners.
What did I
Wow.
pull earlier? Justice.
Justice!
Yeah!
We want
Yes!
justice! We want music!
Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
Y'all
Incredible.
are fantastic. Thank you so much for playing with me. Audience, thank y'all so much for being here for our first show in our tabletop test kitchen. Oh my goodness, y'all have been absolutely wonderful. Now, before we do our sign-offs, before we say our goodbyes, I do want to throw in all of our links, the sponsors of Tales of Initiative, Into the AM for graphic tees. We have a link for GameStop, an affiliate link. So if you're looking for some video games, I mean, do it. Well, it helps us out. Day 20, if you want to get TTRPG content or TTRPG supplies, and Level 1 Gamers for merch and swag and stuff like that. And of course, as far as shows go, tomorrow, Bengalia is going to be rocking and rolling. And on Monday, there's going to be Tales Does Tales and Total Party Chaos. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be rocking Tabletop Test Kitchen again. It'll be Rosie unleashing some thirsty sword lesbians. So y'all, please tune in. It's going to be a blast. Now, before we rock and roll out, I need to give my incredible players. They have been absolutely astounding, a joy to play with. I want to give them one last chance to tell them who they are, tell y'all who they are, tell y'all who they were tonight, as well as where y'all can find them. Let's start with Danny with Luna on deck.
Oh, hi, it's me once again, Danny's Corner. Today I played Wave.
Fantastic.
I was not expecting that happened the way, but I'm so happy about it.
Yeah.
That was great. Wave and that chef will get married in the end, and you can't quote me on that.
Oh my god, love wins.
Love wins.
Yes.
Love and music wins.
Yes.
You can find me. Are we doing the where we can find? Is that happening yet?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. You can
Yeah.
find me on Twitter at Animated Pizza, and then everywhere else at Danny's Corner. Specifically my YouTube and my Twitch, where I also do streaming stuff. I also have commissions open because I do art. I draw sometimes, and if you want, you sure can commission me, and I will draw for you. You can check out my Ko-Fi link, which is ko-fi.com/Danny'sCorner. And if you don't find it there, and I just said the link entirely wrong, just check out my Twitter, and it will be linked there. Thank you so much. I was so happy to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for being here, Danny. You're wonderful. Let's jump over to Luna with Caitlin on deck.
What up? Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. My name is Luna. I am Luna Lapine on Blue Sky, and pretty much only there, although I am also talking massive amounts of smack in chat for Sunset Over Vangalia usually, and on the Tales server in general.
Yes.
I have been Beryl, your spooky sweetheart, for the evening, and I look forward to seeing y'all again. Caitlin.
Yes,
Hello.
Caitlin.
Hey everybody, I'm Caitlin Kenny. You can find me at Kenny Plays, pretty much everywhere. Yes, I'm streaming on stuff. You can catch me on The Lost Caravan on Monday for episode 2 of our Fallout campaign. Tonight I played Olivia Ollie Spinner. Really stressed out. Really stressed out inventor staff member who's just glad to be among friends. You all were amazing to play with. Thank you so much. I'm gonna toss it over to Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I played Pearl. She's definitely not a criminal. She definitely doesn't know anyone who would be a criminal, and she would never dream of being a criminal. You've seen nothing, you heard nothing, you know nothing. Okay? You can find me most places under Aeterno Studio. That's AETERNO Studio. I'm an artist. I have a shop at aeterno.studio. There's no .com or .net or nothing. It's .studio. Whether or not it works right now is purely fate. It does and it doesn't sometimes. I'm trying to get that fixed. And it's been a blast playing tonight. I'm so excited about this. And I would like to take it back to our wonderful and awesome and fantastic host, Matt.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being willing to play with me on this pilot episode. Let's go. I'm Matt. I've been the GM/director this evening. You can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG. And before we do the final sign-offs, I also want to say big thank you to Matt for running tech for us. Huge thank you. We really appreciate you. I mean, without you, the show wouldn't go. So you're amazing. Thank you so much. And well, y'all, stick around for the raid. We're gonna be unleashing the beast with a little raid into some friends of ours. So y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. And hey, everybody, you know what's up. Are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Always.
Always!